There's nothing wrong with the video that you're seeing, so just don't watch it. I'm in my room. It's around 1 a.m. I'm very tired actually because, well, nowadays I do not take a nap. You know that I have that massage chair, so I'll do 20 minutes on it. There is a setting, and once I push a setting it's 20 minutes, so I'll sit on it and get my whole body massaged. And sometimes I'll get 5 minutes worth of snooze or go into la la land while having those rollers at the back of me work its magic. It's quite relaxing, so I'm substituting my nap on my mother's bed for this massage chair therapy. And this is not the thing that I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to do a vlog on what I was thinking before I fall off to sleep. It got me to thinking about something actually. Some of my subscribers or people who have expressed thankfulness for my very unique and weird content. And this is not about subscribers, but it's about a thought. There is not going to be a striking conclusion or an epiphany that will blow your bloody mind and tell you the secrets of the universe. It's not going to tell you your purpose in life. It's not going to do anything. I'm just trying to put a thought out there. So I'm just blabbing out without a single goal in mind. What I have in mind is Hong Kong. I've never been there, but I've seen enough of it through, well, panoramic shots, films, because Hong Kong is, you can call it the Chinese Hollywood of Asia, something like Hollywood of America, which is California, and maybe Bollywood is Hollywood of India. So I've seen many Chinese movies. Of course, I'm not talking about the ones that depicts kung fu back in the dynasties of whatever Qing Chong Chang dynasties or Wong Weng Wang dynasties. Don't give a shit about that. I'm talking about modern day Hong Kong with its skyscrapers and weird looking designed buildings. I'm a fan of movies like Infernal Affair 1, 2 and 3, which Martin Scorsese of America, I think is Italian descent, ripped off the Infernal Affairs 1, 2 and 3 and put it all into a movie called The Departed, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. And when I watched The Departed, after loving the Infernal Affairs 1, 2 and 3 all at the same time, I really want to take a piss on that stupid movie called The Departed, which won him, Martin Scorsese, the director, an Oscar. I really spit on that film, The Departed, because it is a pale shadow. It's like 5% of the greatness of the Infernal Affairs. If you haven't watched Infernal Affairs 1, 2 and 3, go and watch it, because all three movies are great. Very, very good movies. It might even rival the classic movie Gone with the Wind, with Red Butler actually taming the wild raid of the southern bells, the bitch by the name of, I've forgotten. So I admire the protagonist, Red Butler, who you can say might be a womanizer and alcoholic and whatnot, but those were the times. Alcohol was the means to an end, or means of losing themselves. Of course, nowadays it's the same old shit in regards to Western culture or white man's culture, where they have to drink to forget their woes. So back to the Infernal Affairs 1, 2 and 3, which depicts modern day Hong Kong. So from those films I can roughly see what it is like to live in Hong Kong. You'll be sandwiched between lots and lots of buildings, most likely like flats, and it's all very close in proximity to each other. So that's what I'm getting from it actually, and it's quite sad really. In Malaysia, of course, we have those high-rise buildings, no doubt about it, especially in places like in Kuala Lumpur, not in Ipoh, which I'm from. This is Ipoh's city, which is the capital city of Perak. Perak is the state, and there are many states in Malaysia, and Malaysia is ruled by one fucking stupid government called Barisan Nasional, which is comprised of UMNO, which is the chief party, which is fucked up indeed, and hopefully one day it will not fall into what is Venezuela, what is happening to Venezuela now, which is going to be a failed state maybe by next year. So hopefully the Malay fuckers in Malaysia won't fuck it up for us all. I hope to God those fuckers better not fuck things up for everybody else. For everybody else, such as myself, the Chinese, the Indians, the Malays, and also the ignorant who supports, oh, the ignorant who support UMNO. Hopefully the ignorant won't fuck themselves in the anus by supporting such fuckers as UMNO. So okay, it's gone into politics, so shit. What I'm trying to say is the feeling of living in a small little box in a big building with a lot of other people, and this building is very close to other buildings. I can't imagine the stress that living in such a place can imbue on a person or subject a person to. The stresses that my friend has told me is being felt by Singaporeans in Singapore. So in Singapore, my friend Hans told me a lot of Singaporeans just don't like living there because it's very packed and there are too many people in one small area living in high-rise buildings. I do not know. Oh, they call it DHB or some kind of acronym. Fuck knows. Some kind of flats. And you look at Singapore, you might envy them, but Malaysia does have a lot more space actually. So what we lack in great public transport, which is representative of what Singapore can offer, in Malaysia we have to spend quite a lot of money on cars, but we have more freedom. So it's a pro and con when it comes to choosing which country you want to live in. So in regards to Hong Kong, living in a shoebox in a very expensive country. Okay, Hong Kong is not a country, it's a province of China with a two government system, which is all but in name. What does it feel like to live in such a cramped up area? Well, sometimes I do go to Kuala Lumpur and my sister owns a condominium. I really do know a bit of the life of living in a shoebox with a lot of people above and below you. It's not that nice actually. Humans, in regards to what do you call that Darwin term, selective, what's that, survival of the fittest. Back in the day when mankind were hunter-gatherers and whatnot, there were no high-rise buildings. They weren't living in high-rise buildings, they were living in caves, in a man-made hut. So there were no 2-story, 3-story buildings. It's just a 1-story or ground story habitat or abode. So that's why humans are not, I mean, humans are out of their comfort zone in regards to living in a flat. We haven't like been we haven't evolved ourselves to living in a flat yet. Therefore, we do feel the stresses of living in such a close proximity to so many people. We don't say hi to our neighbors, we tend to keep to ourselves when living in all these flats and whatnot. As a society becomes more and more progressive, more and more economically up and up, we tend to be more individualistic. That's how things are. Capitalism is making society not become a coherent or a good knitted society, but we are becoming very selfish and very what do you say, individualistic. Yes, we we love ourselves more. We we put ourselves as the most important thing and not the society itself. So back to Hong Kong, what does it actually feel like? I was quite curious, but I have actually felt it when I'm in Kuala Lumpur. It doesn't feel nice, even though the views from above is not bad, but like God, you only get to see from above, but you don't get to experience the bottom part or experience what's going on below on land, because you're so far removed from the ongoings of the land dwellers. The gods are missing something. But Hong Kong's situation of living in all these boxes was actually being felt by me when I was actually very young. When I was 10 years old, us Chinese people in Malaysia, we tend to watch all these Chinese soap operas that were being played in our terrestrial TVs, TV1, TV2, TV3 back in the 80s and 90s. So we really had a chance to feel what it's like in Hong Kong, what it's like to feel, what it feels like to live in Hong Kong. Even though the soap operas, which I cannot name you any, because don't, I'm not. I mean, I just watched the damn thing. I just do not know the English names, let alone the Cantonese names, because my Cantonese is terrible. Some people keep on telling me. So you motherfuckers who keep on criticizing my Cantonese and sometimes my English, go fuck yourselves, you assholes. And if you like my videos, do support me on Patreon. So the studio, even though the dramas were shot in a studio environment, it's not in a real environment. Okay, it's in a studio. So it's quite ironic that the life of a person in a flat is being filmed or is being represented by a studio. That means a studio is also an enclosed area, so it is like a box within a box. So it's very claustrophobic, and that's how it feels. It feels very, what's the word, very fake. So that means living in Hong Kong in the flats can be quite fake and claustrophobic. It's very weird. I do not know why I just came to this conclusion. I just wanted to tell you all these things because I've been to Singapore, but I've never been to the DHB or DBH or DI, whatever flats there. I've just been to what you call that place, Marina Bay Sands, just to cover some cosplay events or was it a toys event, STGGGC, something like that, Singapore Toys Games going on, and guffaws events. I would love to explore Singapore, but it's so expensive there. So this is prompted, I was quite curious about Hong Kong and stuff, and I might as well cover the rest, which is got some encouraging remarks from 3 separate people, I think. Like per person from Hong Kong who likes the food the food that I portray in my videos, and there's an Indian guy from Singapore who's in Britain. He looks at my videos. If it's like, I should actually stop saying like, what the fuck, I say too many likes. He is in Britain, and he likes my current content, which is depicting the everyday life of me. But Singapore and Malaysia, they are like heaven and hell. It's very different. But never mind. But you can enjoy whatever you like. I have nothing to do, so all I have to do is go out there and film something interesting, which I tend to like see stuff. Like say I'm gonna like do a video on a plant that moves, and maybe I'll cover the monsoon drain, which has shit and feces leaking into it, which is quite disturbing, and is actually a fuel for my secret garden, because I've been scooping out the water from the monsoon drain to irrigate my secret garden. Hopefully I'm not killing my plants with feces or too much feces, and hopefully I won't get any of those disgusting diseases of mankind that can be spread through shit and urine. So there's something wrong with a septic tank near my place, so that's why shit is leaking out into the monsoon drain, which is not supposed to happen. But never mind, that's weird. And there's another one, there's a Malay chef who says, oh, you have a very unique style, which is, to say the least, that means I'm not in the norm, which is why my content can actually turn people away. But fuck it, who cares, this is my style. I don't give a fucking flying fuck about going and doing it the right way. Well, actually I should edit my videos so it will be shorter, like 5 minutes, get straight to the point and not veer off to some other tangent that is not related to the topic at hand. This vlog is also nothing, I cannot actually think about what this title will be. Maybe I should title it Shoebox in Hong Kong is depicted in dramas of the 90s. That's quite an interesting, thought-provoking and ambiguous title that might actually get people to click on the video and see something that is dark and just a shot of my window, which is not that encouraging and not that welcoming. And some people do actually get their kicks from very weird things, or seeing weird things, or hearing weird things. That's the ASMR, which is autonomous sensory meridian reception. Meridian as in jacking off or getting orgasm from hearing things like zippers being open and closed, people or girls with their mouths near the microphone making clicking sounds. That gives a tingling to the back of the brain, if you have a brain. So there's a different kings for different people, or whatever that proverb is. So today I did a couple of videos, maybe 2 or 3 or actually 4 videos in one day on a Monday. Today's the 23rd, or was the 23rd of March. I went to Old Town Ipoh to film a Ipoh Kway Teow noodle shop. Did 2 videos there, because one was the Ipoh Kway Teow noodle and the other one is the Chi Chong Fun, so it's 2 separate videos. and near this restaurant which houses two of these individual hawkers, there is a place called Concubine Lane. So I did a video about Concubine Lane, which is just a couple of buildings that is sandwiched or sandwiching a small little lane that is called the Concubine Lane, which is also a tourist trap. And after that, last video was Hospital of Ipoh, so I did a run around the place commenting on it, and people would think that I'm a crazy person who just escaped from the asylum holding and talking to the camcorder. Hopefully you enjoy that. And besides that, I also did a 1 hour segment of me watching Game of Thrones season 6 episode 5 and seeing my reactions. I did that and put in my new channel, which is using all this my my watch with me segment. I did not edit at all. I just fucking watched the damn thing and react to it at the same time. I don't have the time or the energy to edit it, so there will be many instances where I was just concentrating and watching the film. So doing this is just like 1 hour's worth of content, and it's quite tiring. And yesterday I did the same thing with a 1 hour content of me watching something called Mobile Suit Gundam The Origins Part 3. I did that, and I uploaded it into my new channel. The reason I uploaded it into my new channel is because I'm afraid of actually linking it to my AdSense account, because all these things can be copyrighted, and I don't want to get a copyright strike for showing the entirety of the content, which I think should be forgiven since I'm giving my own reaction or my input. This is transformative, and the quality of the image is terrible. I mean, I'm watching Game of Thrones, but the image is skewed because the camera angle is just terrible. It's not a screen capture from the desktop. No, it's just this camcorder which you are seeing now, put on my desk, which is a real desk, not the desktop of the computer, but the desk of my room, and it's filming my laptop screen, hopefully, at an angle, and also watching me from the side. So a lot of that's my reaction videos, unedited and quite weird actually. So I'm doing those content. It's very risky, so I put in a new channel. I made a new channel. It's called Let's Plays, which is supposed to be playing games, but my computer, my laptop is not that strong or not that great for capturing video while playing games, because it'll slow down everything and fuck up everything as well. So I did that. It's exciting times. That's why I'm very tired, and I can't go to sleep because I'm talking to a camcorder. And besides that, this morning early in the morning, I woke up at around 8 a.m. Nowadays I wake up quite early. Fuck knows why. Because, fuck it, I do not know. So it's been a very busy Monday. Now it's a Tuesday. I think around 1 to 2 a.m. Tuesday. So last morning, I just woke up and tried to fiddle around with some programs, trying to get the microphone to work so that I can do some Let's Plays, because I want to do some Let's Plays. So I found out my laptop's camcorder, or whatever you call it, laptop camera, works after 3 years of not realizing it works at all. And yeah, I might be going to Let's Plays. I want to play Darkest Dungeon, is it? I haven't played the game before, so I want to like see what I would look like trying to play the damn game. Whether it's interesting or not, I'm not sure. But I can tell you, I'm not a PewDiePie person, so I'm just dabbling into it. These let's plays, these vlogs that I'm doing, all these things are experimental, and I'm just trying to like see what the fuck would happen and what would stick. So yep, 4 channels now, separating it all. First channel is a food network, second channel is a TV network, but it's actually not TV network because I turned it into a vlog or crazy personality channel involving or starring Professor Cockstopper with controversial views and whatnot. The third channel, which I do not bother with, is going to feature New Zealand. My adventures in New Zealand was in my computer, and I have now stopped doing it, putting or posting my New Zealand adventures in it, so too bad. And the third channel is supposed to have cosplays, but I stopped doing cosplays because I feel quite creepy talking to all these underage girls who are very sexually nice looking and very provocative and nubile as well. I should not have all these thoughts while talking to them. They look very yummy indeed, and as far as I can tell, I'm not a rapist. So I stopped doing cosplay because it's quite embarrassing for me to have a hard on while talking to girls who are half my age. And the fourth channel is the new channel, the controversial channel, the one that will have let's plays, let's watch. Yes, there's a new term. Instead of let's plays or reaction channels, mine's a let's watch. So you have to watch the program with me, and I'll react to it, hopefully with funny quips. But you know, I have a very strange way of seeing things. Some people do call it dry humor, and I do deliver it with a straight face sometimes, or with a very dirty mind. That's all. So if you have any encouraging thoughts or comments, do leave it down below here or anywhere. I do read every comment, unfortunately, since there are not many comments around to read. And if you were to criticize me, I would delete your comment, and I will shadow ban you. So if you have the audacity to criticize me, and also want to criticize some more of my other videos by complaining about my language and whatever, my style, you're gonna get shadow banned. So in the future, even though you keep on replying or commenting on it, good luck. I do not want to see any of your comments, because if you leave a very bad first impression, I won't see your comments anymore, and I do not want to see them if they are quite inflammatory and is hateful and criticizes me in a type of way that really does not stack up in terms of making me a better vlogger or YouTuber. So everything is the same. It's the same as if I do not leave a good impression of how I make my videos, you might be turned off and not subscribe or go into my content again. So it's a two-way system. It's the same with me, and it's the same with you. So this has been going on for too long, and it's time to go to bed. So these are my thoughts for today, and fuck 28 minutes on this video, and I'm not gonna edit it. The only problem is I have to put it into the net, and it's gonna be a big file. Fuck, it might take about 12 hours just to upload this damn fucking thing. You see what I'm facing? This is terrible. My internet connection is terrible. Good night.